His dream date didn't arrive until he noticed a mother crying in the snow. The snow fell gently over the city that night, blanketing the streets in a quiet hush, as if the world itself was holding its breath. Inside the warmly lit corner of Maple and Mirth Cafe, Ethan sat by the window, nervously adjusting his collar for the 10th time. Across from him sat an empty chair, reserved for her. His dream gate. They'd met online weeks ago, their conversations flowing like poetry, laughter and texts, shared dreams, the kind of connection you only read about. Tonight was supposed to be the beginning of something real. But as the clock struck 9:15 p.m., hope began to dim like the street lights outside, blurred by falling snow. His phone remained silent. No call, no message. Ethan exhaled slowly, the weight of rejection pressing against his chest. Maybe it was all too good to be true. With a sigh, he left a generous tip for the barista who'd watched him wait all evening and stepped into the cold. That's when he saw her. On a wooden bench near the frosted fountain, a woman sat hunched over, her thin coat pulled tightly around a little girl no older than 6. Snow dusted their hair like powdered sugar, but their shivers told a different story, one of pain, exhaustion, and despair. The woman's quiet sobs broke the stillness of the night, more piercing than the winter wind. Ethan paused. His own disappointment suddenly felt small. Without thinking, he walked over. "Ma'am, are you okay?" The woman, Grace, looked up, eyes red and weary. Her daughter Lily clung to her side, teeth chattering. We don't have anywhere to go," Grace whispered, voice cracking. "I lost my job last week. The shelter's full. I didn't know what else to do." Ethan's heart clenched. He remembered his own childhood. His mother working double shifts, crying quietly after tucking him in, trying to shield him from the truth. He knew that look of silent sacrifice. "Come with me," he said gently. Back inside the cafe, warmth wrapped around them like a blanket. Ethan ordered hot cocoa for Lily and tea for Grace, along with soup and sandwiches. As they ate, Grace told her story, how she'd been let go without warning, how she'd sold everything to keep the lights on, and how tonight was supposed to be her last night before sleeping in her car. Ethan listened, not with pity, but with understanding. And then he made a decision that would change all their lives. "I own a small apartment building. One unit's been empty for months. You and Lily can stay there, rent-free for now, just until you get back on your feet." Grace's eyes filled with tears again, but this time they were tears of disbelief and gratitude. "Why would you do that for strangers?" Ethan smiled softly. "Because once, someone gave my mom a chance when she had nothing. I guess it's my turn." That night, Grace and Lily slept in a warm bed for the first time in weeks. And Ethan? He walked home alone, but not lonely. For the first time in a long while, he felt like he mattered. Over the next few weeks, Ethan visited regularly, not out of obligation, but because he genuinely cared. He helped Lily with her homework, brought groceries, and even taught Grace how to update her resume. Slowly, her confidence returned. She landed a job at a local community center, her laughter returning like spring after a long winter. One evening, as Ethan painted in his studio, he paused and looked at the canvas before him. It showed a snowy night, a cafe window glowing gold, and on a bench, 2 figures, small but strong. He titled it, "The Night She Arrived." He gifted the painting to the cafe, where it now hangs near the window where he once waited in vain. Months later, on a crisp autumn morning, Ethan stood outside the same cafe, not waiting, but watching. Grace and Lily waved from the sidewalk, both smiling, both thriving. And as the sun rose, casting golden light over the city, Ethan realized something profound. His dream date never showed up that night, because his real purpose had already arrived. Not in the form of romance, but in the quiet miracle of human kindness, in the courage to see someone's pain and choose to act, in the truth that love isn't always grand gestures or fairy tale meetings. It's showing up when no one else will. Sometimes the universe doesn't give us what we want, but exactly what we and others need. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, and share. Let's spread the message that compassion changes lives. And if you believe in the power of second chances, unexpected heroes, and everyday miracles, then subscribe to ACA Story Tales for more emotional stories that heal, inspire, and remind us of the beauty in humanity. Because sometimes, the person you're meant to meet isn't who you're waiting for, but the one you choose to help along the way. Don't forget to tell us where you're watching from. Thanks for watching.